Hey guys, I'm going to try this again. Apparently, we'll do a second round of this because my, oh, there we go. My internet said it was too weak. Didn't want to let me do this. So we're going to do this. Oh, now it's saying my connection is still too weak. Well, that's a bummer. We'll go ahead anyway because day 9 is super fun, and it's all about planning and mapping out major projects. And this is the kind of stuff that I just love doing because I feel like once I can get all that stuff out of my head and onto paper, it makes it so much easier. Sorry, the sun's in my eyes a little bit, but it didn't cut out yet. I'm so excited. So hopefully if you guys are on, pop in and say hello. We are mapping out a major project today with the project planner. So in your email today for day 9, you should have a really cool PDF printable, and you can print out your PDF alongside with us and map out your project. It's really cool because it just takes a big thing and it simplifies it down. Hey, whoever's there. Oh, do you see my hollyhocks in the background? I'm so excited about them. They're like, I don't know if you can see that they're higher than the roof. It's just nuts. I'm totally excited about them. Hey Sarah, how's it going? I'm excited to see you. Oh, you caught me at the beginning of the call this time. That's awesome. How's it going? What master project are you working on? I'd love to know. Do you see my hollyhocks? I'm so excited about them. They're so crazy. They're huge. They actually bent outwards. They're shooting straight off the wall to get into the sunshine. It's totally crazy. So anyway, today is all about project planning and how to get all that crap out of your head and onto paper so that you can have an awesome big project and know where to start. Because sometimes we won't even actually start the project. We'll just keep procrastinating from the project because it's so overwhelming. Thanks. I love them. I love them. I'm so excited about them. Every day I go out there, and every time it rains, it like pulls them down more, and I'm scared one day I'm going to come and they're going to like be laying on the ground, the whole clump of it. But yeah, so like what we're talking about is when we're planning out projects, how to get all that stuff out of your head so that you can actually have a method to start creating and stop researching. Sorry, I'm totally losing it today. So anyway, if you go to your day 9 email and you print off your project planner, what it's going to consist of, it's pretty awesome. It's just very basic, and sometimes we just tend to overcomplicate things. Now, I like to think about this as like you're writing a book. So if you're going to write a book, you would pick a topic of what you're going to write about, and then you would break it down into chapters so that you can figure out what your chapter topics are going to be, that kind of thing. And then what you would do is you would put it in the order of what would make sense for your book, right? But when we're doing big projects, it's kind of the same thought. It's not the same plan, but it's the same kind of concept where if you brainstorm and get all this stuff out of your head and get it all down onto paper, and then break everything, like pick one thing you're going to do, and then take all those tiny little bits and write down every single little small task that it's going to take to complete that major task, and break that down, and then make those into, like, prioritize those things. And that's basically what the sheet is all about. It's very simple, but it's to the point, and it'll help you take a big idea out of your head and get it all on paper so that you can start it. Oh, I'm just looking, there's like a big wasp nest somewhere around here, and they're flying all around me. I don't know what, maybe they want my flowers. Anyway, Sarah, are you working on a project? Tell us about what you're working on. Say hi, who's ever there. It's telling me there's other people, but I can't see you. Anyway, I'd love to know what your projects are and what you guys are up to. How are you doing from day 1 to day 8 if you have any Q&A? And otherwise, we're going to keep talking about like doing project patrol, because sometimes it can be just so overwhelming. We have all this stuff in our head, and like I said before, we can actually self-sabotage ourselves from starting and completing the project by just not even getting it out. So sometimes if we can just have a place to brainstorm all these ideas and map them out and then prioritize them, it makes the whole project seem like so simple. You're like, oh, so all I have to do is tick off all these little small tasks as I go that are part of the major project, and then the major project is completed. And prioritizing them is huge, because if you know which ones are the most important and you tackle them first and get the big crap out of the way, the other stuff is just little, and it just makes your whole project go along so much quicker. And that's what the method that I used when I created my Package Your Passions course, and it's a 4-module course. And what I did was I thought, okay, so I'm going to lay this thing out, and I'm going to think of it like a giant, like first I had to brainstorm the whole master topic, and then I had to take the 4 other topics, and then what I would do is I would take those 4 topics and break each of those 4 topics down into a gazillion other little tasks and topics of what I wanted to talk about, and then it just brought everything together so much easier. Getting my office organized and creating an event. Oh, awesome! Did you do the I can't remember if it was day 5 or 4, the organizing day, like declutter day, that's totally what it was all about. I'm so excited that you're doing that. Good for you. When your office and your space is organized, man, what a difference, how much productivity you can, how much more productive you're going to be, and how much more inspired and motivated to get your stuff done. It's amazing. So that's awesome. I'm so excited for you. That's really cool. I'd love to see pictures of this. That'd be so fun. So yeah, basically when I was doing the mapping out of my course and the projects, it's a really simple, and like people pay a lot of money to take courses to tell them how to make courses, and it's pretty simple. Like if you think about the concept is like pick your topic, break that topic down into main chapters like a book, and then break those chapters up into what are all the topics you're going to cover in that chapter, and then order it like you would read a book, put it in the proper order, and then like you're pretty much golden. It's so easy to just fill in those things and get them done, and then you actually have a little map to follow of like, okay, so I'm doing this and this and this, and then what happens is all about staying focused and being productive, right? And not like falling off the wagon and stuff like that, because then you're that's where you need that accountability and that support to help you to keep going and not lose sight of the big picture, because once you get that thing done, it just feels amazing. So like when I was doing my thing, oh, it says my connection is weak. When I was doing my program, I broke it down to the 4 topics, and I put a line. Oh, first of all, I knew I wanted to talk about really digging deep and figuring out who your niche market was, and being aligned with what that, and having that be passionate about, not doing stuff that dealing with, like if it was a bunch of having your niche market be moms or men doing a certain thing or something like that, or maybe entrepreneurs or whatever it was, figuring out that's who you actually want to work for, and that's who you actually enjoy working with, and that's who you're the best suited for, and things like that. And so I was like, okay, that and your message, and then packaging everything up, and then staying focused and being totally having everything aligned with your branding and the whole thing. And then how am I going to organize this? So like, what is the first step? And then the second step, well, you can't create a package until you know what you're all about, and you're passionate about, and what your gifts are and talents and everything, and how you're going to, what you feel confident delivering. And then, okay, so that comes first, and then map that all out in steps. So then actually figuring out your niche should come first, because you need to align of who you want to work with, and then what you're going to be all about and what your special thing is going to be, then putting it all together and packaging it up, then being super creative and staying focused and being productive and like creating content and blah blah blah, and that would all come next. And it has to be in organized order, right? So it's kind of like when you're mapping out these, just a simple project is the same way for a complicated project. It just would have a million more topics, right? And a million more small tasks that make up that big task. But I find that if you take 3 things every day off of your small task list, that these are the small things that in essence create the big picture project topic in the end. If you take 3 of these small tasks that you've broken down and do 3 things every single day, and if you don't do those 3 things, that's okay. You can migrate one of those tasks to the next day. But pick 3 things to work on that day and get them done and tick them off, even if they're tiny little things. And eventually you can have your project done, and it's not that hard. It's really not that hard. You can totally do it, and it doesn't take all that it's not as it doesn't feel as overwhelming as the thought in your head does when you have all these creative ideas. So sometimes too, as a multi-passionate person, if you're like me, we have a lot of projects in our head going on, and we're trying to decide on which one is the best project to do. And sometimes if you just get that stuff on paper, you can look at it in a different light and say, yeah, that's totally on brand with me and what I'm doing, or that doesn't even make any sense. That was a great idea, but that doesn't really make any sense with my brand, and it's not really aligned with what I'm great at. And okay, so I'm not going to work on that, but this thing over here is amazing. It's everything I hoped it would be, and that's exactly what I was dreaming and want to put together. So sometimes just getting stuff on paper is amazing. And as you know, I'm like addicted to the pen and paper and journaling and writing and taking notes and doing things like that, because I'm just, the computer and internet and everything is just so overwhelming, and the amount of data and things going on, and like my computer's probably so overloaded it's going to explode and blow up any day. So it doesn't need any more saved files on it. I'd rather have things I can recycle or write down and take notes or compile and journal and things like that, and not save all the stuff that I never even need to go back and look at, that just takes up space on the computer. So I've kind of tried to eliminate some of the technical stuff over the last year, and I felt that it was really freeing. So hey, say hello, whoever's there. I can see that you're there, but it won't tell me who it is. I'm so pumped too. You guys, have you been on the Hen House interviews? You got to go check out my YouTube channel. I am doing all these really fun interviews with creative women in business, and it's just been a total blast. And last night I interviewed a lady named Trisha Martin, and she does like web SEO, and it sounds like that would be totally like SEO boring, but it was like the most awesome interview, coffee chat kind of thing. It was so fun. And we had such a good time on there. It actually made SEO fun, and you should really check it out. And I'm doing another one tonight with a lady, and I can't wait to chat with her. They're such a blast. So if you want to get on there, and it's a great way to get visible. It's a super easy way to get yourself seen and be out there, and get other people to know what you do and all about your expertise, and kind of basically have a safe place to sell yourself. It's kind of fantastic, and it's also fun, and we have a good time. It's totally low key, and there's like no pressure or anything like that. It's not about perfection. It's just about sharing what you do, how you do it, who you do it for, and if you have any specials and things like that. And that is called the Biz Hen House. And Angela Neufeld, you can go on YouTube and Google it, or search it. So Google it. Everything's Google, and find me on there and watch some of them. It's a real blast. But I also put the latest video, I think it's underneath here somewhere, in our group. And it was just so fun, and I just thought, that lady's so full of knowledge. Just like every interview has been just a blast. So feel free to check those out. And as you guys know, I'm all about reinventing myself and reinventing yourself, because I've had to do it numerous times. And I'm going to do a video and share some personal stories next, because I really want you guys to know that you can do anything you put your mind to. You can reinvent yourself in any new way that you have to, and anything is possible, and you don't have to do things that you really don't like to do. You can do things that you love to do, and make money from it. And it's totally possible. And I want to show you how, and I want to tell you that it's worth it, and I want to tell you why it's worth it, and that no matter where you are, even if you have a business, your own business, and you feel like it sucks or it's blah or it's vague or you don't stand out or whatever, I've created this really cool course called Reinvent, Recreate, and Revise Your Business, and I'm just having such a blast with it. It is so fun. Basically, we're taking people and their business, women in business, and taking a good look at what's working, what's not working, what they want to change, or totally map out a whole new thing if they're feeling not aligned with the business model at all, and changing the whole thing. And if you want more information about that, you can email me or comment or message me here below, or whatever you want to do, and get more information on that, because you get my Package Your Passions course totally for free alongside with that. And it's just a 4-week program working one-on-one with me, and we work closely together with like full support the whole 4 weeks to reinvent and recreate your business model so that it's totally profitable. Look at your marketing strategy, see what's going on with you, and check everything all about it. So it's super, super fun. And you get a bonus 90-minute kickoff call and everything right now. So there's tons of bonuses. So if you're feeling like that's you, being leery about what you're doing, and you're kind of confused and you're not making any money and you're wondering if it's that, let's talk. Like, message me and we'll have a free call and talk about whether it's just a marketing thing and you actually love what you're doing and we just need to get you some proper, like, really awesome marketing strategies that are more creative going, or if it's just that you're not aligned with your business model. So shoot me a message or whatever, but I'm going to do one and tell you my personal story soon, and how I got here, and all the businesses that I had, and about one of my big corporations that I had before my surgery, and tell you about this stuff, because when life hits you, it hits you and you have no idea what's coming. And sometimes you have to reinvent yourself and recreate yourself and start over from scratch. And I just want you guys to know that if you're listening to this and that's you, you can do it. I've done it, and it's possible. And no matter where you are, I'm willing to help you get to where you want to be. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this up, and I hope those project tips help you. And message me anytime if you want to hop on a phone call and see if that Reinvent Your Business model is for you, or you want to get on the Hen House for an interview, and go check that out. It's such a blast. And I will see you tomorrow for day 10. Big surprise coming, so hang tight. And thanks, Sarah, for being on here. I can't wait to see pictures of your office. I hope you're going to share them with us. Okay, bye guys.